Welcome to another video with me, Rev Haynes. We're going through the most Googled Bible verses. This is number 13 out of 20, and it's Deuteronomy chapter 31, verse 8. The Lord himself goes before you and will be with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. This is part of an encouragement from Moses to Joshua, just as Moses is handing over the leadership. And it's the second part of his encouragement. So I want to read you the first part. And it's spoken by Moses to Joshua in front of all the people of Israel, who are now very excited about entering the land promised them by God. Moses says to Joshua, "Be strong and courageous, for you must go with this people into the land that the Lord swore to their ancestors to give them, and you must divide it among them as their inheritance. The Lord himself goes before you and will be with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged." And then after the death of Moses, as recorded at the beginning of the book called Joshua, it's God who says to Joshua, "Be strong and courageous." The very same words that Moses used. In fact, God says it 3 times. Be strong and courageous. Be strong and courageous. Be strong and courageous. Real emphasis. And then it's on the 3rd time, and you can see it at the beginning of Joshua chapter 1, that God gives the encouragement, "The Lord your God will be with you wherever you go." I don't doubt that Joshua needed buoying up at the start of this particular mission. And the way he's encouraged is with the promise of God's presence. Now we know that God is omnipresent, he's everywhere. So this promise to Joshua must be more than that. It must mean more than just the fact, well, wherever you go, God will be there. God is all present, but he's going to be with you, Joshua. It's as if first Moses and then God himself is saying to Joshua, look, God's got your back. He's standing right there with you wherever you go. Whatever circumstances you get yourself into, God will be supporting you. When you face opposition, I'll be there with you. And I don't know if there's a picture that comes to mind as we think along these lines, but there were a few that came to my mind. Maybe one of these helps you. This is trying to understand God offering support through his very presence. It's like that of a parent grasping the hand of a little child. It's like that of the shepherd guiding or even carrying the sheep home. Both very biblical pictures. Perhaps it's a picture comes to mind of encouragement of God's presence as something like the manager or the coach of the team being on the sideline as you're out on the pitch playing. Perhaps it's the picture of a teacher encouraging as they train their student, even of a pastor speaking to a parishioner. God's promise to be with Joshua, it must have brought him strength and courage. Those are the very things that God was asking of him. Be strong and courageous. I'm with you. And so he can be both strong and courageous. So by extension, I'm sure that we would like to know that God is with us and that God offers us strength and courage, or that his presence offers us whatever it is that we need to fulfill his will in our lives at present. When I read this verse, I am reminded of Jesus talking to his disciples and saying, "And surely I am with you always to the very end of the age." These words of Jesus are for all of us who are on the mission that he gave to his followers. And those words are recorded at the end of Matthew's Gospel. To those who are making disciples, Jesus promises to be with us. So if you're doing that, he's with you. And I hope that means that you're more able to face your current situation. If you're troubled, then remind yourself that Jesus is with you. And when you face those troubles with a heart that seeks to glorify him, he's most certainly holding your hand, cradling you in his arms, carrying you home. We glorify God whenever we witness to others that he is the great healer, the provider, the bringer of salvation to eternal life. And we do that, of course, in words, but it's very biblical, and we must understand this, that we witness to God's glory whenever we do his will, when we do the good works that he's given us to do, and when we are faced by challenging trials and we persevere through them and we grow in our faith, we glorify God. So not just in what we say do we bear witness, but also very much in what we do. And when we are speaking out and doing out God's glory, he is most definitely with us. Now, if you're interested to know what it can be like to have God with you, then have a read of Joshua's story. It's pretty impressive. But as you do so, think not just about Joshua, unless your life is very much as a national leader or a military leader, but think more, as I often do as I read the Bible, of the more normal folk who follow the leaders. They too had to make their own personal decisions whether they would go and stand with Joshua. And as they did so, they were trusting in God, and God was saying to them too, I am with you. When you read this verse from Deuteronomy that Moses speaks to Joshua, actually he's doing so in front of all the people, because he's speaking to all the ordinary people, which is probably you and me too. God is with us when we do his will. Look around you and notice the difference of the faithful. It is that God is with them. And so I pray, may God be with you. If you like the video, hit the thumbs up, share the video with someone else, and if you haven't already, please think about subscribing. Have a look at my previous videos, there's lots and lots of them, and do encourage me with a comment. Welcome to new subscribers, and God bless you. Bye bye.